Nostalgia, what a weird thing. Are you or someone you know one of those sorts of people who look back at the past with rose-tinted spectacles, thinking everything was better, like the pavements were paved with gold, or the milkman or the postman always whistled and smiled as he delivered a parcel with a cheery grin? It probably wasn't like that, but you remember it in a false way. If you need a little bit of a help to get out of this cycle of looking back in the past, I've got 5 points for you that could be pretty useful. The first one is to live in the present day. Anchor yourself in today. Don't think about yesterday or when Johnny didn't have to walk with a stick or the weather was always sunny in 1978. Think about today and think about the positives. When you wake up in the morning and you're breathing clean air, when you've got instant heat in your house or you've got 100 TV channels to watch, think about the benefits that you've got today. The next one is to challenge these romanticised views. Were they really as good as you remember it being? Was the weather always sunny, or did you always have wet trousers waiting for a bus when the road was filled with puddles and cars would splash you? But you look back at it and think, oh, they were the good old days. Perhaps they weren't as good as you remember them actually being. Look at some facts and statistics to back up whether you have this false image of the past, or in fact really it wasn't that good. The next point is to plan new goals. Don't dwell thinking about how good a pub or a restaurant was 20 years ago and today it's absolute dog dirt. Think about going somewhere else, try something new, visit new places. This sort of thing opens your eyes and you might actually find things were better than they were 20 or 30 years ago, but you just need to open your eyes to it. And to add to that, try new things that perhaps you'd never even think about yourself doing. If you do try new things, taking up new activities, meeting new people, you don't have to think and dwell too much about the past. And the final point is to cut the nostalgic triggers. A lot of the time people dwell on the past when they're in a moment where they're looking at old videos or photographs, or they got some quiet time to themselves when they're a bit down and they're thinking, oh, wasn't it great 20 years ago when I had my health, when my hip didn't need replacing. But if you think about the benefits that you've got today and you think about things to look forward into the future, the triggers of nostalgia probably aren't there. So to reiterate those 5 points again, stay in the present moment, think about the good things you've got going on today. Challenge the romantic view of the past. Was it really that good? Plan and take on new goals. Think about things you want to achieve and move forward, and don't again dwell on the past. Try new things that perhaps might even be better than the things you did when you didn't have athlete's foot and an ingrowing toenail. And then don't dwell on these things that trigger nostalgic memories. Think about the future, think about the things you've got. And if you follow these 5 points, you're probably not going to look at the world through rose-tinted spectacles.